NYC Sports Podcast Show. I'm your host, Uncle Milt. We're in the 82 episodes. You got me looking at my phone, and we worked out some technical difficulties. Sorry that we late. Usually be on 8 o'clock, but we late, and we back here with the 82nd episode. A lot of things to talk about. We didn't have a show in 2 weeks. Working out our situation with our live stream, and everything is good. We just waiting, for the mail to come. And we might could catch up and things like that. Very important that, our live stream business is driven mostly by commercials, commercial. And if you see us on our page, Watch the Youth, we put out a sample of it. It's not 100% what we're going to do, but it was just a little sample that potential advertisers can look at. Now, I know a lot of people's concerned about numbers, right? But we got to remember that we are at the game, and we're not, the numbers at the game is different. It's very, it varies from, 100, 200, things like that. So you at the game, and we announcing also your business, what you do and your services, and it's something that is good. So you can start at the ground level. We have various ads on our menu, on our ad menu. Just call us up, 718-717-9418, and call me up. Some people got my number, and hit us up, man. This is something new that we're gonna do, in youth sports, just to take off the burden off the regular means of requiring revenue to do youth sports and to bring youth sports on a platform as far as streaming live games. So, we ready to do the whole package and everything. And we just asking for those who couldn't give us a commercial, like donate us a commercial. The prices are very reasonable. Plus it's a write-off. We are a nonprofit company, and we, it's like a write-off. So just call us up on how we can work together to bring your products to service and, to youth sports, because we're going to be streaming not only football, basketball, and whatever organized sports that we can put together and to show to you guys, the viewers. So, so anybody got a business, anything, training, apparel, products, that can align yourself with youth sports, whatever, services, information, whatever you do in your everyday 9-to-5 life, and you just want to, like, even if taxes or, accounting, whatever that's gonna that's gonna bring you your business to the market of youth sports, bring it to us, man. We're starting at the ground level, and we're gonna be all over New York bringing you good youth sports games. So we driven by commercial. We need commercial revenue, and it's very, very cheap. It's very, very cheap starting down the bottom. And just remember, because you don't see the numbers of viewerships on the site, you don't see the numbers at the field or at the event, and there's many ways to advertise there also. So just hit us up, and let's get that going, man. We always can make something. We can talk about it as far as any kind of deal or whatever to help us bring this youth sports games and events to you, the viewer, at Watch the Youth channel. So getting back to business, this is the 82 episode, and it's a lot to talk about, man. We in youth sports. I put out a Facebook post a couple of minutes ago, and it's just that we have to understand. I know a lot of social media and things are happening, and it's week 5 at Big Tri-State. We when to ask for a call-out game. What's going on with Rutgers? That's going to be Rutgers University and Big Tri-State. There's Tyrone Franklin is coming on at the bottom, at the top of the hour. We're going to talk about that and various topics, and what's at the bottom at Big Tri-State that still can make the playoffs. So the way the playoffs are situation, he's going to go into it a little bit about that. And it's teams at the bottom that still can make it. So, once you get in the playoff, anything happens. The ball bounces anyway, you never know. You might pick up a game or whatever. So let's talk about this starting out, when to ask for a call-out game. Now, I know in social media, it's a big thing about, teams in a situation they want to play other teams because let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. There's a league that kind of got, most of the teams, and it's very exciting this year. And people might want to, get some of that excitement. It's social media, and you hear about the games. Even I talk about the games and things like that. But it's nothing new. We knew going in that Big Tri-State is going to be the league. Period. We already knew that going in. I've been saying it for months. We've been saying it. And things like that. It's not only the teams that's in New York is being asked to play these call-out games. It's also Jersey. So it's all over the internet, what I'm saying, about these call-out games, especially on Facebook. So let's be totally clear. And this has nothing to do with leagues. We're not comparing leagues at all. You're gonna throw whoever league you're in or whatever, we're gonna throw that league out. This has something to do with teams. The thing is that if you think you got team that's better, that's more that has something to show, like, I'm not. I want the smoke. You gotta play in the league who got the teams. You can't sit there and stay where you're at and then say, I want to play this other team. I want to play this other hot team. Because you decided to stay where you at. And you knew what you was getting to in the beginning where you were. And you knew that this league had everybody, like had all the good teams. Now, you got to be, since you made that decision, teams, listen, this is teams. You made that decision, so you got to kind of live with it. You can't ask for games when, they end their season. There's teams that's in their season, and it's important to them to finish their season, to go to the playoff, to challenge for a championship, and also nationals. That's what's coming up in a couple of months. And even though I want to see the best in New York, because I'm not a national guy, I'm covering it because, it's what it is. And, I'm starting to get into it. But yes, I want to see the best teams in New York. Yes, I want to see the best teams in New Jersey play. But they're in season. And Big Tri-State got all the chips. And if they got all the chips and you want a piece of that chip, you got to wait. You got to wait. I was told that the Big Tri-State season is going to be over November 20th, 2022. Finished. That's the championship week, and everything should be finished by then. You have the 27 or 28. Maybe it's time to call out if the teams are not going to nationals. If they're not going to nationals, maybe you guys got a shot to play each other at that time. But if they go into nationals, it's a very slim chance that you're going to play them. So this is something that, we don't want to be calling, people names that they duck in and they doing this. They're just in the league. They playing for something. And what it is, that's just what it is. And I want to see the games, but let's be real, everyone had a chance to join, the league that had all the chips. Everyone had a chance to. And, you choose to stay where you was. So now you got to, like, if you're in a league that needs games, if you're in a league that's kind of figuring it out, that's what you're going to have to deal with. Deal with that situation. And that's it. You can't call out them when they're in the season, and it's not like anybody protecting them. They do what they want to do, but just allow them the chance to win where they at. And if you want to call it like, where you at, this team is not that, and that team is not that, that's just another conversation on another day. You just got to keep, saying it until, I know everybody had an opportunity in be honest with you, everybody had an opportunity in August and the summer to play. Some teams choose to play, go out of state. I don't know, that's their preference. But I'm like, let me take care home first. Let me see if I can sweep up some teams in New York before you go. I said that a couple of times. Take care home, sweep up some teams in New York, then go out of state. But if you go out of state and you're not successful, and it's come to the year that one league is popping. One league is popping in the next league, and it's what it is. It's what it is. They got business to take care of where they at. They in the league, and maybe next year you make a better choice because everybody knew it was nothing new with Big Tri-State. Everybody knew Big Tri-State was going to get all the chips. Everybody knew they want to stay where they at, and this is teams. This got nothing to do with any other league. This is teams making a decision. This is organizations sitting there making a decision and staying on a mountain. So if you want, or they cloud, staying on a cloud. You want to stay on your cloud, just stay on your cloud and kind of be quiet because you knew, damn, you going over there. It was talk. You going over there. You're going over there. You're going over there. They came over and they went back. And that's Jersey and New York. That's Jersey and New York. Teams in Jersey is putting pressure on teams from Big Tri-State to play them, as well as what's going on in New York also. And what it is, I want to see it. I want to see the best. But, everybody had a chance to play in the summer, late summer, around August before the season started. It would have been the better preseasons to see some local teams go at it. But you choose to go out of state. They choose to play teams out of state, and that's what it is. So, you got to live with that. You have to live with that. But, it's going to be tough because, the season is over, and they supposed to be in Florida. Big Tri-State winners supposed to be in Florida December 4th, and December 2nd, supposed to be in Florida. So it's kind of tough, Yeah, so it's what it is, and this like take it easy, man. Take it easy. Like I said, they got playoffs, they got Super Bowl, they got championship chip, it's tough teams. It's tough teams in these divisions that Big Tri-State have, and it's not easy. We're gonna go over it like later on in the week. We're gonna go over it, for a couple of weeks from now, that how tough the divisions is. But tonight, I got the bottom half, and let me explain something to you when I say the bottom half. It's the bottom half of some playoff teams, some teams that can really make the playoffs. It's just the bottom half of the Big Tri-State, and I'm just gonna say a couple out right now before we get Tyrone in, and we're gonna talk about it, And you're gonna go to the commercial. We're gonna try to get because he has something to say about what's going on with his championships, playoffs, and championship, and explain how it is. Because some divisions is gonna have certain things going on. Each division is different when it comes to the playoffs, so he's gonna explain about that. But I feel that there's teams in the bottom half of Big Tri-State, like let's talk about the 8U division. You got the Brooklyn Saints at 1-3. And you got Brooklyn Renegades. They're 0-4, but they have a chance. They have the chance. Like Brooklyn Saints got the matchup, as far as the what do you call that? I just had in my mind the head-to-head matchup. Brooklyn Saints got the edge. But it's 3 weeks left. We never know. The Brooklyn Renegades might go on a tear and see what happens. So at non-U division, you got Harlem coming up at a 1-2, and Rosedale at 1-2-1. So Rosedale got the matchup right there, and they got the head-to-head matchup right there with Harlem as far as the non-U division. 10U division, we got Harlem at 3-0 and LA and Long Island Renegades at 4-0. And this here, we waiting for this might be a game coming up to see who's gonna win the head-to-head on that one. This is just the bottom half of it, 11U. This is a game that's happening this week. Harlem Jets at 0-3 and the Brooklyn Renegades at 0-3. So that might be a game, that these guys have a chance to make the playoffs, on the bottom half of a big tri-state. 12U, you got Harlem at 0-2-1. And this here, I don't know how this is gonna happen. Maybe we ask Tyrone how this is gonna happen. At Rosedale at 1-2-1, and it's a tie. They played head-to-head, and it was a tie. So how that would work out? Same thing, 13U. You got 3 teams really. Hempstead at 1-3, Brooklyn Renegades at 1-3, and Rosedale at 0-4. And Hempstead got like a slight tie on that. So these are the teams that, have a mathematical chance to make the playoffs. And then as the schedule goes on, we're going to see what's going on with the head-to-heads. So, he's going to be home and explain later on tonight to explain what's going on. And with that. So let's go to commercial break right now. We're going to come on. I got to get Todd set up to come on, and we're going to talk about what's going on and things like that. So, Joe, you back? Okay. Let's go to commercial break.
D to the M to the A-X-X. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the A-X-X. D-Mac, that's how I ball. D-Mac, better than y'all. D-Mac, like my style. D-Mac, driving you wild. D-Mac, that's how I ball. D-Mac, better than y'all. D-Mac, like my style. D-Mac, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
At our car wash, we offer a full line of hand wash and detail services, along with a huge selection of air fresheners in our store. When greeted by our helpful staff, feel free to ask them any questions and inquire about our different wash packages. Our hand wash experience is unmatched. First with our prep process, and then by hand washing the car twice while in the tunnel. For additional shine and brilliance, you have such add-ons as Simonized Hot Wax and Rain-X Water Repellent. Whether you're a long-time hand wash customer or new to hand washing, we offer the best customer experience and top-notch service for you and your vehicle. Ask about our monthly unlimited plans, saving you both time and money. We can't wait to see you next time.
NYCU Sports, we back. Yeah, so it's week 5 of the Big Tri-State, and it's getting really, really hot as far as games on the top. The standards is out. You got Harlem. We're gonna do New York real quick. You got Harlem at 3-1, Show at 3-1, Vengeance from Queens at 4-0, and Hempstead at 3-1. So listen, it's getting, that 8U division for the second place is 3 teams. It's a 3-team tie for second place. And also the Jamaica's coming in 2-2. And this is probably who's going to challenge the 8U Vengeance for the top spot. Now, it was a good game last week with the Vengeance and Hempstead, and it came down to one touchdown. So that game is doing, those two teams is looking to be in a rival starting back from the summer when they was in UTL in a championship. And the Brooklyn, the Queens Avengers ran away with Hempstead, but it looks like they adjusted and they came back, and defense is playing. Like I said, any team that's you got a high scoring team, like how the Avengers was going through everybody with those high scores, and a team comes in and keep you on 6. That means they're ready. Anything can happen. The playoffs here, anything can happen with these two teams, and fighting for that top spot in the 8U division. And let's see what happens, man. It's week 5, and we're gonna go over the games later on in the show with Tyrone. But see what's coming up. What's coming up with that 8U division. 9U division is Mike's team is 3-1, man, and the Avengers is at another Avenger team at 4-0, and Jamaica's 2-2, and the Renegades is 2-1-1. So this is a tight division too. Like any ball bouncer can go. I think the 9U team played the Avengers this year tight too. So that's going to be a big rivalry right there. Who's going to come out on top on that division, and then you got 10U. You got the Brooklyn Saints at 3-1 and lead the division as far as New York is concerned. We're gonna get in Jersey a little later, leading the division 3-1. And it's like just like this. Wow, this 10U, listen, this 10U division, because they say, oh, this 10U division, there's other leagues. 10U division is better than this 10U division. This 10U division is tight. You got just like I said, you got Brooklyn Renegade, you got Brooklyn Saints at 3-1. You got the Avengers at 2-2. Springfield at 2-1-1. 2-1-1. And I may be an update on that. I got an update on that. 2-1-1. And also the Brooklyn Renegades at 2-1-1. Hempstead at 2-2 and Rosedale at 2-2. It's tight. It's tight. The playoffs going to be really, really exciting. It's tight at this division, 10U. And we're not even at the, it's tight over there in Jersey too. We're going to get into that later. And then you got the 11U division where the show's running away from 4-0 and Hempstead is 4-0. And we already know, man. I didn't even mention nobody else. This is the game right here. Hempstead, congratulations for the top spot in the 11U division in the rankings, man. And they earned it. They on a tear. They on a 4-game tear right now, Big Tri-State, and they earned it, and as well as the show also, So, I think, Hempstead might have a slight right here to finish out at the top of that division, and this is just New York, and we got out. I got it right there. Wait a minute, I missed some things. 12 in there. Did I get 12? I didn't get 12. I'll come back with 12. Jersey 8U, you got Kazik 1, 2-2. East Allen County 2-2. Avengers Elite 2-2. and that that AU division and Jersey is kind of like tight too. You got 3 teams for the top spot. Non-U GA is leading it with 4-0, and Dark Knights leading. The Dark Knights is leading. Which we waiting for that to match up. That's gonna be a nice game of the week when they match up. And you got 3-0 Dark Knights. Knights Elite is 2-2. So you got 1, 2, and 3 there, and Jersey at the non-U division. 10U Hudson County. Listen, man, these guys is the comeback kids. Let's keep it real. They might be the comeback kids. They 3-1. They going on a little run. Dark Knights is 2-0. They might be 3-0. We get the update. I might have that wrong. I gotta look at it. I think it's 3-0. I think they 3-0. But the head-to-head matchup goes to the Dark Knights. GA is 2-1. East County Jags is 2-1, and the Knights Elite is 2-2. Just like I said, the playoffs is gonna be those teams that's in the middle. Those teams is in the middle. The playoffs gonna be really, really hot to see. So be prepared with that coming up in another. This is the 5th week. We got 2 more weeks of the season. The playoff starts. So mark your calendars, because how this gonna go. Ty's gonna tell us how because different division playoffs are different. 11U Knights Elite lead it. No, Dark Knight lead it 3-0. GA follows in 2-2, and East Arlington Jags at 2-2. Some of these games they haven't played yet, so they're gonna play. They had a bye, so they're gonna catch up at the end of the season. They're gonna catch up. We got 3 weeks left, so it's gonna catch up. 12U, you at 4-0. This is Jersey. GA is 4-0. East Arlington Jag is 2-2. 13U event. GA is coming up at 4-0, and East Arlington at Jags is at 2-2. And it's the game of the week. Coming up with the 13U show versus GA 13U, and it's the undefeated. And for both of them is 4-0. They playing Sunday. We're gonna let you know later on where park they at and everything. We're gonna put it on Facebook. They somewhere, I think in Bayonne. I think they in Bayonne on Sunday. We don't got the gate. We don't got the time, but Tyrone gonna come on and maybe tell us that about that. Yeah, I miss 12U and 13U, and I thought I wrote it down here. I thought I did write it down, but I missed it. I must have, I'll be writing and then I go rewrite. I missed the rewrite. I don't see where's it at, but 12 and 13 is missing off of that. Off of that. So it is what it is. Let's see. Phone lines open. You want to talk? The phone lines open right now, real quick. You want to talk about any topic I brought up, the call outs? Anybody want to call in and talk about that? 718-717-9618. That's 718-717-9618. Call me up. My show is open for comments. And it's what it is. You don't have to see me in the park. You don't have to see me out and about to talk about what I say. You can call up the show now and talk about what I say. And if you don't catch the live show when the phone lines is open, leave your comments to yourself. Watch the show, subscribe, and comment. That's what we need to do. Now, I'm not answering nothing I said on the show because you didn't catch the live show at on the time it's supposed to be on, and you could call up like everybody else and say the question live on the air so we could talk about it. Yeah. So that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to talk about somebody told you and all this other stuff. We don't need to hear that. We don't need to hear that. So that's how I feel. Yes. Yeah. And he's gonna come on a little later. to talk about what's going on at Rutgers. It's something big going on at Rutgers with Big Tri-State. He's going to break that and talk more formal about it. We touched on it when we had him on the show a couple of weeks ago, but we're going to get more in detail about what's going on at the University in Jersey. This is what it is. I'm trying to get right now 12U up. I don't see why I missed that 12 and 13U. I missed that. Why did I do that? Yeah, I missed that. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we did 11, so 12. And it's a 7U, guys. There's a 7U out there. I'm not forgetting about them, but we're going to talk about them at a later date, the 7U division. All right, so we at 12, and I got it on my phone, so I'm looking at it. The show is at 4-0. Like I said, it's a big game coming out. You got Hempstead. No. Hempstead at 3-1, and GA at 4-0. The middle ground is that's where the good game's going to be. You got the Brooklyn Saints, Jamaica Bulldogs, and East Orange Jags all sitting in that second position, and that second and third position, and that's going to make that middle ground playoffs that's coming up very good. You can't miss those games. Those games is going to be very much, very, very exciting. And we just talk about the bottom half and the ones that still got a chance to make the playoffs. So, it's what it is. Well, I'm not going into my picks or nothing. I'm just round about a perspective of who's got a shot, and who's still in what division is real good. Now the 13U division, it's another one. We was just looking at that division, and it's very, it's like no, even though the show in New York is very exciting, 4-0. But look in the middle. I always look in the middle because, and you got GA at 4-0, right? So I always look in the middle. You got the East Orange Jags at 2-2. You got Jamaica Bulldogs at 2-2, and Harlem at 3-1. And it was a good game in Jamaica and Harlem. I saw on Saturday night. That game came down to a couple of plays, and it was, but I'm looking at the Bulldogs, right? When I saw them in Staten Island the first game, and they look much different. They look much different in this game than they looked in Staten Island. So just like I said, that middle ground, that middle games is like those teams that's got to play in the playoffs, and it's going to be a tough out for those teams, and it's going to go down to the wire. In my opinion, it's going to go down to the wire and everything. So that's what it is, and that's it. That's it. That's big Tri-State. It's a lot of exciting football that's coming up in the weeks that's coming up, and that's the information I got. That's the information that I say. Any other information, like I said, get it to me, text it to me, email it to me, and I fit it in. But it is what it is. We all knew it coming in. We all knew it's going to be very exciting at Big Tri-State with the Jersey coming in and the New York teams, the teams that decide to say, I want to play football up here and with this league, and it is what it is. Wins is not easy to get, but any given game, you have the opportunity to compete, right? So let me find out where Tyrone's at. We're gonna go to another break. We're gonna find out where Tyrone's at and get out there and get off the air and everything. So we'll be right back with these messages and things like that.
A-A-U-X. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the A-A-U-X. D-Mac, D-Mac. That's how I ball. D-Mac, D-Mac. Better than y'all. D-Mac, D-Mac. Like my style. D-Mac, D-Mac. Driving you wild. D-Mac, D-Mac. That's how I ball. D-Mac, D-Mac. Better than y'all. D-Mac, D-Mac. Like my style. D-Mac, D-Mac. Driving you wild. Who to blame, who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
At our car wash, we offer a full line of hand wash and detail services, along with a huge selection of air fresheners in our store. When greeted by our helpful staff, feel free to ask them any questions and inquire about our different wash packages. Our hand wash experience is unmatched. First with our prep process, and then by hand washing the car twice while in the tunnel. For additional shine and brilliance, you have such add-ons as Simonized Hot Wax and Rain-X Water Repellent. Whether you're a longtime hand wash customer or new to hand washing, we offer the best customer experience and top-notch service for you and your vehicle. Ask about our monthly unlimited plans, saving you both time and money. We can't wait to see you next time.
Yeah, we back. We're back. Yeah, we waiting for Mr. Franklin's coming on and going to talk to him about some things he want to bring to forefront price about Rutgers University and some other little things. Little things are hot. As playoffs are going on and things like that. So, the commissioner's here. Look like he's coming in. There you go. There you go, Ty.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you real good.
There you go.
You on? He's on the screen, Joe. All right, what's up, Commissioner?
What's going on, Milt? What's going
Tyrone
on,
Franklin.
What's going
Big
on?
Tri-State. Let's get down to that. I want to kind of start some trouble. Your league teams are being harassed about games, and I'm seeing a lot of chatter on social media. I say, it's a proper time to call out a game, call somebody out in the game, I'm saying, like, you're in the league. And the league business is first. I mean, you want to play the champion, playoffs and championship, and also have an opportunity to represent in nationals. And it's getting kind of tight at the end of the season.
Right.
And what are your take on that?
Well, every league has games. They have games every week and all week. So I don't see how they're gonna come and play a game when they have a game every week. I mean, they could play 2 games a week, but why do that? Why risk the injury? Why why do that? Why does not? You have a league, you have a schedule. They have a schedule.
I didn't comment on the 2 games a week. It is kind of not safe.
It's risky. It's risky, but they have a schedule. And also, our season ends November. If you're a competitive team and you're vying for the Big Tri-State Championship, our season ends November 20th at Rutgers University, you know, and then the following week they have off, but the week after that, on December 3rd, they have to be in Florida.
Yeah, I had the day wrong. I said December 2nd. So 3rd, they got to be in Florida.
December 3rd is that Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's right after. So by us finishing November 20th, then you have a week off, and then the following week you're basically heading to Florida. As an organization, as a team, if you're going to compete nationally, and you finish November 20th, I wouldn't play the following week to risk getting a key player injured or something like that on a game that means nothing for somebody that's clout chasing, just for somebody that's to brag about they played this team or that team. It's not worth your national recognition, your national tournament play when you go into Florida to play that game. It's kind of like,
But to be safe, Uncle Milt want to see some games, but I want to see the games at the right time. I said earlier that Big Tri-State, everybody knew what was going on in Big Tri-State. And this got nothing to do with leagues. Let's take the other leagues out of it. And to me, my opinion is, why did you wait? You should have been here in Big Tri-State, so you don't have to ask for no games.
I'm not going to speak on that.
That's what I say. I mean, come on. Even if you waited to August, the first priority is like, listen, you know what team you got. You're going to go compete where you can compete, where you can get competitive games, or you're going to stay where you at and just be quiet. That's the deal. It's no sense of saying, oh, we want this, we want that. It's like, just accept where you at and just, deal with what you got. It's teams out in Jersey, and it's being harassing certain teams in Jersey to play. And I'm like, in New York as well. We know what's going on in New York, but we're covering Jersey now, and we're seeing it. They compete, and they're telling them, we're in a league that got games that's important to us.
Right. So, I seen one situation, Dark Knights 10U was going to play 2 games during the weekend. I don't know why they're risking it, but they was going to play a 10U game against another organization and then play their league game. But, and I heard that the reason they're saying the reason they didn't play is because the other organization was saying they don't have a game for their 12U. Well, I know the Dark Knights have a tough 12U game coming up this weekend against GA Gladiators. I mean, that's a playoff implicating game.
Yeah,
and
it's a tough division too.
It's a tough division.
It's a tough division.
Tough division. And listen, GA is coming to play. It was on the 12U. That's the 12U, 10U. The 13U is good. All these organizations have, like I said, they have games every week. And then next week, they have another game that has playoff implications. And the week after that, and the week after that.
I mean, that 10U division, you got Hudson making a run. Dark Knights, they're the top of that division. I feel they might, it's my opinion that they might.
They're the class of Big Tri-State.
Yeah, because they beat Hudson on the head-to-head. You got GA coming up, East Orange Jazz coming up, and also you can't count out the Knights, the league. So, and that's just Jersey. So, wow, risking it is, any ball bounce on the ball, because I gotta, Dark Knight, right? I think, I don't know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and set it, because some teams, they offense shows up, and a little tougher teams, they offense don't show up.
Oh, so
they doing it all with defense. And I'm like, that ball of the bounce of the ball might go another way. And they defense is amazing. But you gotta score with those, with those tough teams, So
absolutely.
So you gotta watch out, because they'll come up behind you, and all of a sudden wow, where this coming? Listen. So, adding those extra games in season, maybe it's not a good idea. You know,
I don't. Well, for me personally, I wouldn't do it as a as a coach. I wouldn't risk my season on a game just because these rankings have got people going crazy, man.
It's exciting. I like it. It's exciting, but the deal is this. They knew what it was before it was. Let's not. This is nothing to do with no league. Please don't call me up talking about I'm comparing leagues. No. I'm saying teams have the option to go to the league. They have to pick the right league. And if they don't pick the right league, they go, oh, wow. It's not like now it's becoming, oh, this team is exciting. This team is getting more talks about on Facebook. This team is more this team more that. Let me go chase. And it don't work like that. If you don't catch them early before the season, before everything, then you got to just wait.
Well, listen, I've always felt that the off season or spring or summer long, before September, that's when you go out and have your independent schedule and you play all the teams that's supposed to be hot, call them up and get those games, and you play it during that time. That's the time, you have a opportunity to go out and play whoever you want.
Yeah.
But then, but my organizations, they'll tell you, I never tell them who to play or who not to play, ever. But they know second week in September, you have a schedule. That's all I care about.
Yeah, the early in the show, I was talking about the bottom, right? And I was talking, we're not going to get into, you're not going to get in what's the play. We got three more. We got week 5, so we got two more weeks.
Right, 2 more weeks after this weekend, and then 2 more weeks.
Then I'm gonna get into what I think is going to come out ahead. But I was saying the teams at the bottom that might has a chance to make it. Now I need you to explain, right?
Okay.
How each division playoff is going to be.
Okay. In the North, there's 2 different divisions. There's a North Conference and there's a South Conference in Big Tri-State. There's a Northeast and a Northwest, right? And based on how we split it up, there should be 4 teams each, and if not, sometimes it's only 3 each. But if it's 4 teams each in each division, then 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, right?
Yeah.
Then the winner of that game basically plays for the division championship. So if there's a Northeast and a Northwest, there's 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. Then there's a division championship, and now you have to have the West and the East got to play each other for the conference championship, and the winner of that plays the South, which is Jersey, for the Big Tri-State Championship. So it's usually 3 playoff games, then the championship. Now, if it's only 3 teams, the first team get a bye, 2 plays 3, and then that first place teams play that team, the winner of that game, for the division championship, and they still got to go and play the other side for the conference championship.
Yeah.
So it's still going to be 3 games.
Yeah, but I was looking at the bottom, like the numbers in the win and loss column doesn't look intriguing, but you still got a shot. You still got a shot to make the playoffs.
Let me say this to you. Okay. A lot of times in our league that a team just hasn't got their offense together. They're losing close games. You know what I'm saying? They could be losing. They could be losing, but they're losing close games. With our playoff format, you get a shot at the number 1 team in the playoffs because you're the 4th seed. He's the 1 seed. Suppose you beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, suppose you beat him. It's happened, right?
My career, a
wild card in the team in the NFL has won the Super Bowl many years. The Giants being one of them twice. So you fix what's going on with yourself, and you're basically the wild card team, and you come and beat one. You beat the winner of 2, 3. and then you beat the team in the other division, all of a sudden now you're in a conference championship. You know, now you all of a sudden now you win that game, you go to the tri-state champion, and you be screaming, "Oh, that team was 2-something. That team was 3-something."
He been a Cinderella.
Now you get a chance. That team got a chance. Exactly. That team has a chance.
Yeah. But
be the big tri-state champions. It doesn't make a difference, Milt.
It's very
it's not
exciting.
how you start, it's how you finish.
So exactly. We got these teams, you know what I'm saying, on a you know, they schedule doesn't look, they started off, you know, but you can still play, keep them kids still engaged, still can play and see what happens. Ball bounce different way, you know.
I want you to look at this team right here. I want you to look at 8U, Nice Elite.
Nice Elite, yeah.
8U.
Yeah.
Their record don't look great. Right?
Nah.
Watch that team. That's going to be one of them teams you're going to look at and go, oh, wow, Tyrone, okay. Watch that team. Because, as you're saying, like it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah, 8U Nice Elite is at 2-2.
Okay.
At 2-2. So, you know, I got them one of the teams. Another thing, that middle playoffs with those teams that, you know, in the middle,
what I'm trying to tell you.
It's sitting at 3 and 4. I mean, sitting at 2 and 3. That's gonna be something.
That's the ones you got to. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Those are the ones you got to watch out. Those are the ones that might sneak up from behind and crack you upside your head. And all of a sudden you be like, "What happened there?"
Yeah, what happened exactly?
You know what happened? So, you know, so you can't count them out. But it's gonna be very exciting. I'm seeing anybody blind can see that. It's gonna be very exciting, man. You know, you got the ones that you're looking at the regular how you done. You never know. You know, you
never know.
You win that. You get that 4th seed because you know your head-to-head was good. You got a shot, and we got a lot of head-to-heads.
You got a shot.
We got a lot of head-to-head. Like I wanted, you know, so we got one head-to-head at 11U division, Harlem and the Brooklyn Renegades.
Right there you go.
That's a good head-to-head.
There you go. Right now,
good head-to-head game. And they at the bottom of
they're at the bottom of the division right now, but
they fighting for that 4th spot.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what's coming up.
Listen, in that division right there, I'll say, listen, just avoid the Brooklyn Saints in the first round. Do you know what I'm saying? Right now, you avoid the Brooklyn Saints in the first round. Yeah. You never know what can happen.
You
never know. Just avoid the Brooklyn Saints in the first round.
Yeah.
You never know. It gives you a week to get yourself together to see what can happen, you know?
Because at the 11U, hold on, 11U, I just said it. At the 11U.
I think in 11U, there's only 3 teams. The 3 teams in the North and 3 teams in the East and 3 teams in the West.
Yeah. Yeah.
So right there, right now, it looks like the Hempstead Raiders.
Yeah.
11U.
Yeah.
Skidder team, that's the key. That's a class. I think it's a class.
We ain't gonna see that head-to-head matchup with the Show and the Raiders into the playoffs.
But it's going to happen if they both continue to win.
The regular season, I wanted to see what's going on.
But
that could have been a great game of the week.
The cream rises to the top, Milt, and if they both continue to win, you're going to see it.
Yeah. Well, they
guess what?
They're the 2 top in that division. Number 2 is the tops in that 11U division, and you know.
Let me ask you a question, Milt. You said the same thing about me last year. You complained.
That's
and
my
then
job.
What
my job.
What happened?
That's my job is to make it the way I wanted to make it.
Okay, but what happened? Big tri-state championships. You was out there going, yo, these games is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I like, late. I like to talk before it goes in, but it is what it is. Everybody can, but we got a monster this week. GA13U. That's the show. That's in Bayonne, New Jersey. You know the time?
It's the last game of the day. It should be like 4:30, 4:30, I think it is. 4:30 or 6:30. I don't know. I gotta look at it.
Guys,
I don't have the schedule in front of me.
you gotta come out and see that game.
That's the game of the
4-0.
week. That's somebody's
4-0.
old gotta go. There you go, two big time teams.
I get that to look at, and then I'm gonna later on tomorrow I'm gonna put out the other games because I like to add a couple of games on it, give people option. But that's the game at 4:30. Your guys ain't doing nothing. It's in Bayonne, New Jersey. The Flyers out. The number one team, Staten Island Hurricanes against the number one Jersey team,
Absolutely.
GA Gladiators, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's a banger. That's a banger, Milk.
Yeah, and I was talking about that division too. You got a lot of middle ground. It was a good game with Harlem and the Bulldogs, 13U Bulldogs. I feel the Bulldogs much improved from the first game, and it looks like they got something in. They just got to figure out. They got to figure out, a couple of things, and they look much better. They look much better than that thing from when I saw them in Staten Island. So you got Harlem, you got the Bulldogs, and you got one more other team there that's in the middle at 13U. That's looking kind of them playoffs is gonna be kind of all right coming out of New York.
Jamaica Bulldogs, Coach Dre is gonna get them guys right.
I know he better.
And like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah. You're looking at Jamaica, the show, Harlem, you know what I'm saying? And in New Jersey is EO, and then you got East Orange at 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't forget the Hempstead Raiders at 13U, another tough team that they lost a tough 7-0 game to the Jets of Harlem on a punt return, close game, then they like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
We'll see how 13U go against Jamaica next week in their homecoming. So
there you go. Again, that's another banger right there. So you got the Jets of Harlem, you got Hempstead, you got GA, you got East Orange, you got the show, all those. But see, what's funny is the 13U division, all those games are being played.
Yeah.
All those games are being played.
There's no hiding over there.
No, it's no hiding. There's no hiding no place. Listen, your schedule is your schedule. You play your schedule. Your schedule is your schedule. You play your schedule.
We know what's going. We gonna know what's going on before it goes on. And 12U is another division because you got these middle teams like the Saints, Jamaica. You got in Jersey, you got EO, you got these middle teams. The Dark Knights.
Listen, let me say this, Milk. Like I said. When you have a GA, a show, Dark Knight, Nice Elite, and see East Orange Jaguars, they're coming from Pop Warner, so it's going to be a year adjustment for them to get with the from weighted to unlimited weight. But believe me, I speak to their president all the time. He loves it, and he say, "Yo, we're gonna get back to the drawing board, and we're gonna come back fire later on." And I believe it because they're that type of organization. You know what I mean, Milk? Mm-hmm. So, like I said, each year, each week, each month, each year, Big Tri-State is going to get better.
I see. I see division. I see it, and I'm gonna run this by you. Before we're gonna go on the commercial break right here, and you're gonna come back. What's going on in Rutgers, and in your playoffs, and things like that. I see, and maybe division they clear up this situation in youth football in the tri-state to clear it up, right? Mm-hmm. It should be one D1 division.
Okay.
Right? It should be one D1 division. As far as one league that represent D1. That's number one, right? And then there should be a D2, because I think it's going to solve a lot of problems because the organization got to realize and to service their parents is number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a thing about we need to get a win to satisfy our parents, and that's another issue in another day. I disagree. You got to miss with your parents. You're not in the business to win. You're in the business to teach football. And you gotta go where there's games and there's competitive games, and then you see how it goes. So it's like you get a kid come into your organization, you know, and you got kids that comes up from 7, 8, 9, 10, they come in your organization and you teaching them football to get them ready for high school. In the meantime, you are testing their development through games. And the games is what it is. No one can guarantee wins. So, right. we all like to be competitive. Coaches like to be, because they work hard. They put a lot of hours in. They want to show their skills, and they want to, show the development of kids. And I get it. This is why we get the games. But I think, my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, that the reason why teams don't want to go to leagues that got all the business is because they don't want to compete. They want to, they want to manufacture wins.
Well,
so it was no reason, it's no reason. I talk to people like, why you're not at Big Tri-State? It's not like I'm promoting them, but that's where all the bit I could see. That's where I would be if I had an organization, and like that's what it is.
I don't know. I don't really speak on other organizations, though, and what they do and how they go about their business. But all I say, we try our best to put the best product on the field. Mm-hmm. We try to, we have a structure of what we're going to do, and that's all I can say. We have structure what we're going to do, and if you play here, you're going to play here. We're going to put the teams together. We're going to put the games on the field. That's all I can say about that. I would love, I said it before, back in the COVID season, you got me on video for the first time saying, what I would like. Of course, I would like everyone to come together. And we have great days of football, everybody banging out. Yeah. But everybody has their agenda. Yeah.
But it's a quality of football, though. It's the quality of football.
You can only play.
There's organization growing, and there's organizations that say they're there, and there other say they're there. Their quality of football. You cannot be in a place where the quality of football is not the same as yours. You have to go somewhere where the quality of football is better. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I understand that, but
I'm saying. You can't stay where you at, because and this is why all these call out games and all this other nonsense is that no, you should be here. Because
as a league, you can only put on who's here. You can't. Okay.
No,
I'm never going to argue with other guys and say, "Yo, why don't you play?" Listen, we're open to whoever wants to come, dedicated and committed organizations who wants to come and play Big Tri-State and play against, I feel, some of the best competition in the Tri-State area. So hands down, So that's all.
No, it's just my thing is like it would clear out all this other nonsense. It's like there's D1, these guys, and it's like it would. It's like, yo, we better than this. Let's go up there. And then it's like, oh no, we not really up there. Let's stay down here. And that's what it should be.
But that's where there's a place for teams that I consider at an elite level. Mm-hmm. Then there's the middle road organizations that's under them, and then there's the organizations that should be some on the other side. I'll say like a D 2.5, like what I'm saying, right there, D2. Well, right below D2, who should have their own.
Yeah, they
should have their own, where they don't venture into a D1 team, because those are the teams sometimes that fall apart can't compete.
Yeah.
You fall into trouble with those organizations because they see somebody else when they sprinkle into D1, because there may be a bye on the schedule, because in Big Tri-State, we have an uneven amount of teams.
Yeah.
So there's a bye, one bye in each division, each age group. So now you get a crossover game, and that's when your league gets in trouble, because those organizations don't want to play those teams, and they find every excuse not to play those games.
Yeah. We got a couple of them. We got a couple of them this season.
Absolutely.
They're not trying to, and
they're not trying to.
And the ones that's building, you don't want to hurt them. You don't want to
exactly. You don't want to demoralize them. They don't want to demoralize them. Right.
I'm talking about the people who be talking about they want smoke, and then they don't join the league where the smoke's at. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's organizational presidents making decisions for themselves instead of for their kids.
Should be up. Instead of you should be up here. They knew what's going on. They knew the business wasn't. This is why people leaves, because they got to get games. So they know what's going on. They know that the situation is this. It's not about loyalty. It's about, I got to get my kids in a competitive platform because I'm the team. I have to challenge them. Now, you want to stay there and and be that, then that's okay. Then then don't make noise. Don't look upstairs and say, I want to get up there when I want to come. You should have been up there already. You invited. All right, let's go to commercial break. We're going to talk about what's going on in Ruckus and Big Tri-State when we get back and let Tyrone go. Joe, you there? Joe?
D to the M to the A-X. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the A-X. D-Mac, that's how I ball. D-Mac, better than y'all. D-Mac, like my style. D-Mac, driving you wild. D-Mac, that's how I ball. D-Mac, better than y'all. D-Mac, like my style. D-Mac, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
At our car wash, we offer a full line of hand wash and detail services, along with a huge selection of air fresheners in our store. When greeted by our helpful staff, feel free to ask them any questions and inquire about our different wash packages. Our hand wash experience is unmatched. First with our prep process, and then by hand washing the car twice while in the tunnel. For additional shine and brilliance, you have such add-ons as Simonized Hot Wax and Rain-X Water Repellent. Whether you're a longtime hand wash customer or new to hand washing, we offer the best customer experience and top-notch service for you and your vehicle. Ask about our monthly unlimited plans, saving you both time and money. We can't wait to see you next time.
We live? All right, what's up? NYC Youth Sports Show. It's Uncle Milt. We here with the commissioner, the visionary. I call him the Mr. Executive of Big Tri-State. And I want to know what's going on with the university. The Rocky
yeah.
University. Tell us what's going on over there.
Well, I went there today. We had a meeting with the chief of staff. Shout out to K-Mac. And we was just going over the four plans for our big tri-state championships that's over there, We're looking forward to putting on a great event on November 20th, at Rutgers University. And, we're looking forward to a great big tri-state championship where the cream rises to the top and the best plays the best,
So the amenities of a what is that, D1 or D2?
That's going to be D1. D1 championship.
That's a
D1 championship. Yes, sir.
That's going to, okay. I'm talking about the university. What is it, D1, D2?
What's that?
The university, Rockets.
What are they?
What are they? Yeah.
They play in the ACC.
Okay. Well, taking advantage of the amenities of a real
absolutely
university stadium and the state of the arts and everything over there. Come out and join it. Look at it, man. You bring your kids. That day should be packed. Should be people looking from all, like, even if your team ain't there, come out.
Well, they have, remember, right now they have a youth day coming up on Friday. October, I think it's the 7th.
Yeah.
It's like a fundraiser for all youth organizations.
Yeah.
If you got anyone seeing this, you want to go to the game Friday, hit me up and I'll give you the information where you can call up to Rutgers and get your tickets, as many tickets as you want. On Friday, they're playing Nebraska, and it's going to be a great night of football.
Listen up. Commissioner's bringing some gifts.
Just text me, email me, and I'll send you out the information before for the Friday night game at Rutgers University against Nebraska this coming weekend. It's the youth day. It's going to be very nice event. They're going to highlight some of the teams and all that kind of stuff. So it's real, Big Tri-State is going. Any other league you want to go with your kids, just reach out to me.
Yeah, reach out to the commissioner. Reach out to the commissioner.
They got my number. You got my number. Just text me, whatever, and I'll get you information.
I'm assuming even the teams that ain't in your league.
Yeah, I said anybody. I said any youth organization.
Any youth organization.
I don't care nothing about no league stuff when it comes to that. Let's go. Absolutely always share the wealth when it comes to something like that.
Yeah, these are the doors that Big Tri-State is opening up, and a lot of more doors open up in youth football that's going to benefit the kids and benefit the league. I mean, the organization as well. So, it's all good. And just remember, those who want to get to go to that youth day, any organization is a good day for your kids to come out, and it's part of football to see, maybe get a tour or something of the university and everything. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hit Tyrone Franklin up, a Big Tri-State. His Facebook, just put him in the search bar on his Facebook. He's there, and Instagram him or message him, and he'll get the information out.
Absolutely.
Hey, so I'm not gonna keep you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna keep you. So the game of the week, the Big Tri-State game of the week is the Hurricanes versus GA. Is in Bayonne. They're gonna put the information out on Facebook. It should be on the NYC football channel, and the information come out. Phenomenal Mike and Jay is on tomorrow. They might start saying the address and where that. Everybody come out and see. That's going to be a great game. And there's some other games that we're going to look at too. I'm going to put out on Facebook tomorrow. I'm going to go through, I like to pick a couple of games. And if you can't get to Jersey, there's some local games you can look at and go and things like that. So, thanks, Ty, man. And
absolutely
coming on. I'm gonna see you I'll be in Jersey this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll see you out there. Hit me back.
Yeah. I'm gonna be out there, and we're still working to do some other things with Big Tri-State. And just like I said, I gotta get ads, man. I need commercials. There's people out there got businesses. There's a great place to put your commercial right there, so it can be advertised on the field of play. You know, our live stream is waiting for you, the commercial customer. And you see our new ads is out with thanks to D Max and our one of our sponsors at Empire Car Wash. You know, they gave us a lot of free car washes that we're going to be giving out and things like that. And anything else, we still trying to build. The order for us to do this, we want to bring it right to you, but we need advertising dollars. You know, we need to get the dollars out there so we can, it cannot, we can help with the costs and the overhead and things like that. So it is what it is. And we still pushing, and we still got some good feedback from it. And hopefully it will turn into some business. But we still going to announce what's going on. We'll be out there and look and get the sounds and the highlights of the game and bring it back to you the best we know how. Okay, so thanks, Ty. I'm going to get off the air. And we back next Wednesday with a guest, hopefully. If not, like I said, the game is the show versus GA in Bayonne, New Jersey on Sunday. We're going to get the times and everything for you. And we will put out some other games that go out in the week. And also, I'm going to drop my live stream calendar on where we're going to be at filming live games. I have that. I'm going to drop that on Facebook and our season on what we are planning to do when it comes to broadcasting youth sports, games, and events. All right. So I see you. Have a good day. Good night, rather. And we'll be back next week. And
absolutely.
Those that see me, I'll be out there in Bayonne on Saturday.
Later.